Good morning, folks. I'm out here at Cedar Lake. Haven't been over here in probably 2.5 months since it was covered with ice. Beautiful morning. Air temps are 33 degrees. We got bluebird skies. Sun's coming up. It's a little after 8 o'clock and the water is high. We got a bunch of rain last week. We've had a couple really cold mornings. Yesterday it got up to mid 50s. Today it's supposed to get up to low 60s. But look at this water level. It's all the way over the walkway onto the dock here. And it's got some pretty good stain to it. We'll get you a temperature report here shortly. But no wind today. I think the wind's supposed to blow like less than 5 miles an hour. You know, you got fog on the water. It's kind of cool on the way in. There were some cows in the field and you can see the steam coming off their back. Really, really cool picture. So I'm gonna get out here and just I'm gonna try to fish shallow. See if any of these fish have moved up and are looking for a place to, you know, spawn. It's that time of year. It's the pre-spawn period. The cold nights, you know, can kind of make it tough. So we're just gonna have to go out here and see how the fish are biting. If they're biting, gonna bounce around. Just look for some spawning pockets and fish outside of those pockets. Maybe start on the points and kind of work my way in. Look for secondary points and just outside grass lines and maybe a little bit deeper spots. Rock, wood, just hard cover. That's typically where these fish will be setting up right now. So I'm ready to drop this boat in. I'll see you on the water. Wanted to remind you that we do live streams on Monday nights at 7:30. I do one with Backyard Bass and we have just different guests from the industry. We've had several pros on there, biologists, things like that, just anything that's fishing related. So jump on there if you've got time. We'd sure like to have you. And also I'm doing a Fishing Reports Live on Thursday nights at 7:30 Central with my buddy Ron DeRosa. And we're giving just weekly updates on the lakes around here. Conditions, fishing reports, things like that. Things that are working, baits that are working, what to expect when you go out on the lake. And this is something that we need your help on. So if you can either shoot me a message at Gabe Montgomery Fishing or 10 Horse Monty or 10 Horse Monty 6 on Instagram, and jump on the stream and leave your fishing reports, you know, because me and Ron are only able to visit a few lakes a week. I get to fish about once a week, so I will have a report on whatever lake I go to. But you guys are out there jumping on all different kinds of bodies of water, all different places. So we'd like to encourage you to come on there and leave your fishing reports. That way everybody will have a good insight on what to expect when they go fishing on the weekends. All right, made it to the first spot. Just talked to Rich Armstrong and he's a stick out here. He said the bite has been extremely tough. There was like a 25 boat tournament. It took 5 pounds to win last weekend. So we got our work cut out for us, but we're gonna have fun either way. First area did not pan out at all. It looks good. Water's real stained. Probably 6 inches of visibility. Lake's up probably, I don't know, 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet. A lot of stuff in the water. I'm seeing some fish suspended out a little bit deeper. So I'm thinking I need to target, you know, maybe out just a hair. Although my heart's telling me to go in shallow, and I'll kind of shallow and jump out back and forth and just try to figure something out. But have not got a bite yet. The water is 53.3 and we got full sunshine, so it's only going to warm up. It might be one of those deals where it's a mid-morning afternoon bite. We shall see. It's tough as nails out here, boys. Damn. There we go. Jerk bait. Yo, jerk bait. That's a nice fish. Yo, jerk bait got him. On that, oh, he got off. On the outside grass line, just barely grabbed it. It is extremely tough out here, folks. Just lost a pretty good quality fish. It's super tough out here. That's the first bite I've got. Just throwing a jerkbait off the outside of this grass line. I mean, it looks good up shallow, but I cannot get bit. So just jumping around. I got a little bit of time left. It's a struggle. The struggle is real. All right, a little midday update. It is extremely tough. I've just been bouncing around trying to get a bite. I cannot get bit shallow. I've had two bites on a jerkbait. One I hooked up with. It was a nice fish. It pulled off right at the boat. And I started throwing this spinnerbait around. Oh, the old Thunder Thumper. This is a Cumberland Pro 1/2 ounce bullet head spinnerbait that I modified with the big number 7 on there. Did a couple videos on this. I'll put a link to them right here. But I found some really warm water. So I got 56.5 degrees over here. And that's the warmest water I found. You know, it's the sunny side of the bank, north facing pocket. And I'm targeting this riprap. You know, the lake's up like 2 feet. And there's a lot of riprap in the water. And I just kind of found a couple points that have that riprap on it. And I'm gonna go down the bank with this spinnerbait and see if I can pick up a fish or two. 7 foot, medium heavy, Hawgz Custom Light MBR is the model number. It's just a medium heavy fast action, and then just a Hawgz 7-to-1 gear ratio reel. I got 15-pound fluorocarbon on there. I don't have much time, so let's see if I can catch one before I have to go. There he is. Oh, he got off. An old spinnerbait. Huh. Second bite on the big spinnerbait. Fortunately, I got to leave. They're just now starting to bite. There he is. That's a nice fish. That big spinnerbait, the old Thunder Thumper. Beautiful fish. Here we go, guys. The old Thunder Thumper. It's a pretty nice fish. Just fishing this flooded riprap. You know, I've been scrambling around. Look at that yellow on this anal fin. That's pretty cool. That's wild. Huh, interesting. I've been scrambling around trying to get bit, and it is slow, but the fish are starting to bite. It's you know, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I gotta go. Fortunately, I just had a few hours to fish. But hey, thanks for coming along on this little adventure. Please subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up if you appreciate the content. And until next time, you know, it changes every day. This is that time of year when it could just be nothing, and all of a sudden, boom, they move up and you start catching them. And I kind of think that's what's happening. They're just starting to move up. I wish I had more time, but I don't, so appreciate it. Alright, let's recap a little bit. It was a very tough bite early in the morning. Got on the water, actually started fishing about 9 o'clock, and from 9 to 1, I didn't get a bite at all. I tried a lot of stuff, okay? I was just kind of experimenting, bouncing around. Let me do the water conditions real quick. So at Pomona, when I dropped the boat in, it was 52 degrees and very, very stained. Probably, I don't know, 6 inches of visibility. Ran out to Little Cedar, same thing, just chocolate milk, really stained. And then if you ran back in Clay Lake, all those coves down there like Grizzly and Turtle and all that, very, very heavily stained. Water was about 54 back there. And towards the end of the day, I pulled into a cove, and on the north facing bank I saw 57.5 degrees. So the water's jumped, you know, it's warming up 5-6 degrees if it's got full sunshine, and there was a little bit of wind blowing out of the south on that bank. And I found a little bit cleaner water. So once you get up about by the power lines in that area, maybe just a little bit south of that, the water starts to clean up a little bit. It's about a foot, well, maybe 2 foot visibility, maybe 1.5 foot visibility, something like that. But a little bit better looking watercolor. And like I said earlier, I started out, I sampled a bunch of stuff. I threw the big spinnerbait, I threw the Cumberland Pro jig, I threw a shaky head with a Max Scent General on it, and I moved to a speed crawl. I threw several crankbaits. I threw the 6 cents, that, what is it, the 55. It's basically like a rock crawler deal, which that's a pretty sweet crankbait. I like that. Did not get bit on that. I threw a 5XD, found some deeper fish, couldn't get them to commit, but I did throw that thing around. And chatterbait. I threw the Fire Tiger chatterbait, just a 1/2 ounce Z-Man chatterbait elite. Also threw a white. You know, I had 2 different trailers. On the Fire Tiger, I had, it was a structure bug, I believe. And then on the white jackhammer, I was just throwing the Little Dipper trailer. Tried a bunch of stuff. I mean, it looks really good. It just looks good. There's a lot of cover in the water, but it just wasn't happening. I sampled a bunch of different stuff. You know, I tried some coves, I tried creek, tried main lake stuff, and just could not get bit. So I made a little bit of a run and decided to fish about halfway back in the cove, and that's where I got some bites. And I was fishing around riprap. The wind was blowing in there, and the water temp had jumped up to like 56.5. And I caught one good one on a jerk bait. He pulled off, you know, by the boat. I had another bite on the jerk bait, just throwing a mega bass, just a Vision 110. And I kept working up those points, and I got a couple bites on the big spinnerbait, the Thunder Thumper. You know, it's the Cumberland Pro bullet head, 1/2 ounce with the size 7 blade on there. And I think the fish are starting to wake up. That all happened in about a 30-minute stretch. So I went from getting no bites to getting like 5 bites in about a 30-minute stretch. And it was about halfway back in a cove, in a spawning cove. So having said that, I think they are starting to make their way back, but we just need some solid weather, some warm nights. You know, when you get to the boat ramp and you see 54, 56 degrees in the morning, something like that, water temperature, that's when it's going on. Right now it's jumping. If it's, you know, it's fluctuating 5, 6, 7 degrees a day, and it's getting down there around that 50-degree mark, that they just want something a little bit more stable. So that's going to be happening. I think we're really close, guys. I think the weather is right where it's supposed to be. We had all that ice, and I was kind of concerned, you know, if it's going to push the spawn back. But, you know, seeing 57-degree water temps starting out at 52, that's about where we should be at. So I'm thinking, you know, it's gonna, here in a couple weeks, they should be up there. But, you know, there's gonna be windows where they are up there, and the fishing's gonna be really easy. That certainly wasn't the day that wasn't going on today. It was, you couldn't just cover water and catch fish. The fish I caught were in one small area, you know, a lot of dead water. So they're still kind of ganged up, and when they get ready to go shallow, they're gonna spread out, and it's gonna be really fun. So that's my little report. And I wanted to remind you, we're doing a Fishing Reports live stream on Thursday nights at 7:30 Central, me and Ron DeRosa. So if you have time and you're looking for a live stream, jump on there and give us your fishing reports. We're able to cover a couple lakes ourselves, but as a community, as a group, we can really put out some pretty good information and some content and help everybody out when they go to the lake on the weekends. So I'd like to see you on there. That's all I got for you. Until next time.